Now making their way out onto the speedway, the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Division for their 20-lap feature here this evening. 22 cars answering the call here for the Sportsman Feature tonight. This is the way they will start here this evening. The 2X of Mike Amell is going to be inside row number 1. Outside him, that is the 10B of Jamie Brown. Justin Gadbaugh is number 18G, and Trevor Gibbons, the 621, are in row number 2. Row number 3, Gavin Isley's number 18E will be on the bottom of the racetrack. Outside will be the 57H of Remington Ham. Josh Reome's number 91 and Brian Hudson's number 6 are in row number 4. Row number 5, Dalton Rombo's 41 will be on the inside. Eric Dyer will be outside him in the number 34 machine. The Dave Rogers, number 1, and Ryan Shanahan's 32 RS, they make up row number 6. Row number 7, Mike Fowler's number 410 will be on the inside of the racetrack. Dustin Hutton will be on the outside in the number 7D. 15th starting position, number 64 of Tyler Corcoran. Inside row number 8. Outside it will be the Kyle Sharp, number 12S. Row number 9, bottom of the racetrack, the Fox 28 of Tyler Stevenson on the inside. Outside him will be Frank Sibley in the number 92. The Jonathan Murphy, number 62, and Kevin Warren's number 8 make up row number 10. Row number 11, Taylor Dockstader to the inside in the number 2 machine. Outside him will be Rick Page in the number 4B. Again, 20 laps will be the distance. Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Feature here tonight. Special guest flagger for our sportsman tonight, that is Zachary Finley down on the flag stand. Zachary Finley will start our Sportsman Division race here this evening. Sportsman coming into tonight's racing action, Tyler Corcoran, your points leader with 404. Dave Rogers second with 402. Third belongs to Mike Fowler with 377. Dalton Rombo fourth with 368. Ryan Shanahan has 359. He's followed by Eric Dyer in sixth with 348. Gavin Isley has 318, holding on to the seventh spot. Eighth belongs to Remington Ham with 303. Brian Hudson has 284. Trevor Gibbons rounds out the top 10 with 280 points. 11 down to 20 looks like this. It's Justin Gadbaugh, Taylor Caprera, Tyler Stevenson, Josh Reome, Frank Sibley, Jamie Brown, Chris Bonofsky, Greg Henry, and Mike Amell. Track lights are off. Safety lights are off. The Bob Johnson Auto Group Can-Am Speedway pace truck clearing the field over on the backstretch. We get set to go with 20 laps with the Dirt Car Sportsman, brought to you by the Bob Johnson Auto Group. Off turn number 4, Zachary Finley says green means go. Everybody gets through 1 and 2 safely down the backstretch. They will go. Amell right out in the front of the field brings them down to turn number 1 and 2. Jamie Brown works to the outside of the speedway. Brown's going to close that gap as they go down to turn number 1 and 2. Justin Gadbaugh jumps up to the 3 spot. There's a 621 of Trevor Gibbons, and it's the 18 of Isley as they work off turn number 4, down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. Gibbons goes up the hill. Remington Ham works to the outside of the Isley, number 18. Then it's Josh Reome's number 91 as they come racing down the front stretch. Ham and Isley side-by-side battle for the number 5 spot into turn number 2. There's a battle now shaping up second, third, and fourth. Off turn number 2 down the back. Justin Gadbaugh drives up to the number 2 spot in front of Jamie Brown. Then it's the 621. The Stefano's Pizza Ride of Trevor Gibbons. The 621 works to the bottom of the racetrack as he'll work inside Jamie Brown's number 10. The FX Caprera Harley Davidson ride drifts to the top side of the speedway. Gibbons will take the spot away off turn number 2. Now here comes Gavin Isley, bottom of the racetrack. The Performance Automotive hitching post number 18 goes to the inside of Jamie Brown's number 10. Brown able to hold him off at this point as they go through turn number 3 and 4. Back down the front stretch, Mike Amell started up front trying to continue to show the way. He'll take him down into turn number 1 and 2. Mid-pack look right now. Eric Nyers, number 34 to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get underneath the Dalton Rombo, number 41. Dave Rogers went to the outside, the number 1 machine. Here comes the big kid, the 410 machine. That is Mike Fowler trying to drive his way up in. You saw the front end of the Eric Nyer ride get bounced up in the air. A little bit of a hole at the bottom of turn number 3 and 4. Rombo to the outside. This battle now just outside the top 5 as they work off turn number 2. Eric Nyer, the Natasha's Kitty Shack right out of Carthage, New York, beginning to work his way towards the front of the field. Nyer started back in 10th, and he has worked his way a couple of spots up right now. Off turn number 2. We got one car going around. That is Trevor Gibbons. Your third place car just did a spin off the bottom of turn number 2. Mike LeClaire is going to look him over. Caution flag is going to have to come out. Gibbons not sure if something broke on the 621G or what the case was. He came out of turn number 2, and I'm not sure if there was contact or if something broke. The car just flat spun coming out of turn 2, and he's been lightning fast the last couple of weeks. And tough break for Gibbons, the Stefano's Pizza, Marcia Gibbons, TLC Real Estate, 621G. Does look like he's got it fired back up. We're going to get a good... Thought we were going to see a replay. It's like daylight, so that must be earlier. Fire him back to life. 6 laps complete. 14 more to go here for your Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman tonight here at the Can-Am Speedway. Again, I want to thank you for joining us here on DirtTrackDigest.tv. Enjoying the great racing action. You need to make a trip to the North Country to see some action live here at Can-Am. Green flag is back in the air. Well, one car is going to go around over in turn number 1 and 2. Again, that is the 621 of Trevor Gibbons. He got twisted around in a knot one more time. And Gibbons going to end up facing the wrong direction, puts it in reverse, backs up the hill out of harm's way, but the caution flag will wave once again.
It's just like this, was rubbing right on that.
Our Sportsman Feature winner will visit Victory Lane following the Pro Stock feature immediately following this. Green flag off turn number 4. We go back to racing action. 3 wide in the second row. Guys jumping all over the place, trying to get better position. Gavin Isley put a beautiful move down to the bottom. Josh Reome was stuck right in the middle. Reome had to think about that one and put the foot on the binders for a second to avoid any major catastrophe. But now he'll work right back to the inside of the Justin Gadbaugh, number 18. He'll drive back to the outside of the Gavin Isley ride. Though Amel, your leader, again, stack him 3 wide for the number 2 spot. Gadbaugh to the outside. Reome right through the middle. The number 18 of Gavin Isley trying to close that gap. Reome gets a good run through the middle of the speedway. This time looks like he may have a nose out in front of the Gadbaugh ride. Now he sorts it down to the inside, side by side off. Turn number 4, got the nose to the bottom. Amel tried to hold him up, but Reome's going to slide underneath. Josh Reome's going to be your leader off turn number 2. Down the backstretch he will go. Gadbaugh back to number 3 spot. 4th is Isley. 5th is Remington Ham. The 6th spot belongs to the Eric Dyer. Number 34. Then it's the one of David Rogers in the field. Works off the north end of the speedway. Down the front stretch, that battle will continue. Josh Reome got the Thousand Islands Custom Contracting. Number 1 out to the front of the field. They'll take him off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Amel holds on to the number 2 spot. Gadbaugh trying to hold that 3rd position, but here comes Remington Ham, the 57H. Ham's going to drive to the inside of the speedway. Down in turn number 3 and 4. Gadbaugh up the hill. And that's going to allow the 57 of Ham to take the spot. Now Remington Ham puts his sights on the spot number 2 as they look to the inside of the Amel 2 machine. Amel able to hold him off that time as they to the turn. Here comes Gavin Isley, a couple of 18 side by side. Isley to the bottom of the racetrack. Gadbaugh to the outside as they work through turn number 3 and 4. Now look at David Rogers, add his name to the mix. 3-car battle for the 4 spot down the front stretch. David Rogers just stuck it to the middle of the racetrack, and he'll come off turn number 2, and he's going to pick up 2 spots down this backstretch into turn number 3. Right now, Josh Reome has opened up about a 2.5-second lead over the field. He'll bring him down in front, followed by a side-by-side battle for the second spot. Remington Ham to the inside. Outside is Mike Amell. Then here comes David Rogers. Again, Rogers going to stick his nose to the bottom of the speedway. Couldn't quite get there that time, as he'll have to get back in line down the back. Eric Dyer, the number 34, also following him. And here comes your points leader, Tyler Corcoran, the Halmar International ride, the next spot in line as they work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Anybody's battle right now, with the exception of Josh Reome, who has left the field behind. And we got a couple of cars together here on the front stretch. Caution flag is going to wave.
Yellow is out, cars right in the middle of the front straightaway.
Right here, middle of the front stretch, Justin Gadbaugh's number 18 and the 7D of Dustin Hutton getting together. Hutton, last week's feature winner, driver of the number 7D machine. The Sundance Leisure ride sitting facing the wrong direction down here on the front stretch. Hutton will get it fired up and head back towards the pit area. Justin Gadbaugh trying to get the number 18 fired back to life, and he will. And I believe Gadbaugh, Kevin Warren 17, Jonathan Murphy 18, Rick Page 19th, and rounding out the top 20, Justin Gadbaugh. As we get ready to go back to green off turn number 4.
Taylor.
Down the backstretch, we go back to racing action, and again, Josh Reome jumps out to a couple of car advantage over Remington Ham. He'll bring him out turn number 3 and 4. They'll come piloting down the front stretch. Ham second. David Rogers now up to the number 3 spot. Rogers continuing to eat away at that lead advantage. Then it's Mike Amell, followed by Eric Dyer and Tyler Corcoran off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Mike Fowler side by side inside of the speedway down the back of Gavin Isley as he'll take the spot away into turn number 3 and 4. There's Fowler down to the bottom of the 410 machine. Isley all the way to the outside as they swing off turn number 4 down the front stretch. 3 wide down to turn number 2. Tyler Corcoran just picked up a couple of spots coming down the front stretch, and Corcoran all the way up to the number 4 spot. Tyler Corcoran is going to take over spot number 5. Just 5 more laps left to go as they work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Reome trying to stretch that advantage again down to turn number 1 and 2. It's a 1.2-second lead over Remington Ham in the 57H. Then it's the one of David Rogers, the 64 of Corcoran as they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Side-by-side battle here just inside the top 10. That is the 32 RS of Ryan Shanahan, the Steve Hall Construction Platinum Property Service ride. He'll go to the inside of the speedway, gets underneath to Gavin Isley, number 18. They'll drift to the top of turn number 4. Isley able to hold him off as Isley now goes to the outside of Mike Amell, takes the spot away. There goes the 32 of Ryan Shanahan. He'll slip to the inside. Shanahan's going to get by Amell. Now he sets his sights on the 18 of Isley down the backstretch. They go to turn number 3 and 4. Shanahan able to drive it in a little bit deeper, hits a little bit of a bobble there, picks the car up, brings it all the way to the top side, but may be able to hold on to it, and he'll have a nose out in front of Gavin Isley. Isley takes it right back, though, as they go off turn number 2. Parallel flags out that last time by. Your leader works off turn number 3 and 4 this time. That is Josh Reome. White flag waving for him down the front stretch. Got one lap car sitting right in front of him. Reome takes him off turn number 2. The lead now a second and a half as he'll head down the back into turn number 3 and 4. Josh Reome started back in the number 7 starting position. He's going to work off turn number 4. Josh Reome is going to score the win. Coming home second will be Remington Ham. David Rogers is going to be third. Tyler Corcoran will hold on to the number 4 spot. Eric Dyer will be 5th. Mike Fowler is going to come home in the 6th position. He'll be followed by Gavin Isley. Ryan Shanahan is going to finish 8th. 9th is going to be Tyler Stevenson. Mike Amell is going to come home, top 10 finish here tonight. He'll be followed by Brian Hudson, Dalton Rombo, Jamie Brown, Frank Sibley, Taylor Dockstader rounding out the top 15. Then it's Dustin Hutton, Kevin Warren, Kyle Sharp, Justin Gadbaugh, Jonathan Murphy, Rick Page, and Trevor Gibbons. Again, Johnny's been waiting a long time to put this thing back in victory lane here at Can-Am, and he also had to sit through a pro stock race before he could pull it down here and put it down in front of the Bob Johnson Auto Group victory lane sign, ready to climb out on the backside of the race car. The Bob Johnson Auto Group dirt car sportsman winner. Here's Josh Reome. Josh, I'm not going to use some of the swear words that we just did. He said it's about time.
Yeah, it is. We've well, a couple races into the season, we really hit on something, and just we had everything come our way. And this thing's been pretty fast, starting with the PAP shootout, and things went our way, and we were able to put the deal together.
And it seems like every week with the weather, we've had a different racetrack tonight, completely different from what we saw the last 3 weeks. But you guys have figured it out now.
Yeah, this morning I would have never guessed it would have slicked off like this. This is perfect. I can't thank my guys enough. I've been on the phone with Ted Barkham and Todd Thompson trying to get a package here, and they gave me what I wanted. And Ted gave me a lot of advice, and we scaled the whole thing this week. And man, I can't be any prouder of my guys. They work endless hours, and they put up with some attitudes and some arguments in the shop, but it's unbelievable.
You made a gutsy move over in 1 and 2, stuck the car right through the middle, and you made it pay off.
Yeah, this thing's been really lightning fast down in 1 and 2, so I was pretty confident. Yeah, finally all the stars aligned.
All the people you got to thank.
Oh man, everybody on this car, all the supporters, the sponsors, my wife, my kids, Mom, Dad, my uncle, my brother, all the pit crew. Like again, the sponsors, Ted Barkham with Bear Built. He built cornhole boards, and Thousand Island Custom Contracting. Kyle Barton with New Century Electric. Number One Speed, Troyer Race Cars, S.J. Hellings Painting. Doorman Builders, Steve Door, Mike Mandigo Racing, Northern Fire Equipment, Cheney Tire. I wouldn't be here without them.
All right, congratulations. He's in victory lane tonight in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Josh Reome is going to be your feature winner here this evening.
Flagger.
We would like to especially thank our flagger, Michael Clare. Michael Clare, if you're here and you hear me, thank you for your wonderful job. Thank you.
Oh, good old Phil. Good old Phil. That was great. Jesus, there about time, huh? Jesus. Things got speed. These guys, 3 wide last.
Oh, Marsha came, first time